Hi, I'm Mrs. S from Steps to Success Maths. In this video, we're working through GCSE exam style questions on factorising expressions. This video is looking at those expressions that factorise into a single bracket. We're going to start with the easiest exam style questions and work through to the hardest ones. Remember, pause the video, have a go, and then we'll work through it together, step by step. Factorise 3x plus 15. Remember, factorise means use brackets. So we look for something that appears in both terms of our expression. So something that goes into 3x and something that goes into 15. Look for a number first and then look for a letter. If there isn't a letter or there isn't a number, just bring out the one thing. So in this we can see that 3 goes into both things. So we're going to start with a 3 outside the bracket. Then we need 3x, so that's 3 times x, so x goes here. And we need 15, which is 3 times 5, so plus 5 in here. And now we've factorised it. Factorise 8y minus 12. So we can see that there's not going to be a letter, but there is going to be a number. So using brackets, what's the biggest number? And it's really important that you look for the biggest so that you have not just partially factorised. You want to make sure you get the mark for this. So the biggest number to go into 8 and 12 is 4. So we're going to bring 4 outside. 4 times what makes 8? So it's 2 and we need a y. And then 4 times 3 will make 12 and this time it's negative. So we're going to put a negative in there. And now it's factorised. Fully factorise. Okay, so we can see it says fully factorise, which means we need to make sure we bring out everything we can. So again, you can see that there is no letter in both terms, so it's not going to be a letter, it's just going to be a number. Look for the biggest number that goes into 18 and 27. So you might think of 3, but then you need to think again, is there a bigger one? And the answer is yes, there is 9. So bring out 9. 9 bracket, then 9 times 2 will make 18, and we've got the letter A, plus 9 times 3 will make 27. And now it's factorised. Fully factorise 100b, take away 60. Okay, so again, what's the biggest number that will go into 160? Bigger than 10, so it's going to be 20. So 20 on the outside, and then 20 times 5 makes 100, and we want to b. Subtract, because there's a negative sign there. 20 times 3 makes 60. When you've done this bit, it's a good idea, just look inside the bracket and see if anything goes into those two numbers, because if it does, you haven't fully factorised. Fully factorise a squared plus 4a. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. We can see that it's about the letters. So we're going to bring out a common letter. So a will go into both of these terms. So we've got a and then a bracket. Now what makes a squared? Well, it's a times by itself. So we're going to have an a here plus, and now we want 4a. So a times 4. So we've got a bracket, a plus 4, close bracket. Fully factorise 2y squared plus 8y. So find a number and find a letter. So you can see that 2 goes into both 2 and 8, so 2 will come out, and you can see that y appears in both terms, so y will come out as a factor. So 2y, but we need 2y squared, so we'll need to put a y here, plus, we've already got the y and the 2, so we need to times it by 4 to get 8. So we've got plus 4 here. 2y bracket y plus 4, close bracket. Fully factorise 16x squared plus 24x. So find a number, the biggest one we can think of, so I think that's 8. Find a letter, that's X. So we're going to need to do times 2 to get the 16 and times X to get the X squared, plus times 3 to get the 24, and we've already got the X. We are fully factorised. If you only remember to bring out either the number or the letter, you'll only score half the marks on this question. Fully factorise 9x squared minus 12xy. Find a number, so that's going to be 3. Find a letter, so that's going to be X. So 3x on the outside. And what do we have inside our bracket? How do we get the 9? We need to times by 3. How do we get the x squared? We need to times by x. Then it's a takeaway. How do we get the 12? We need to times 3 by 4. We've already got the x, but we're missing the y. And now we have fully factorised. Fully factorise 8x cubed plus 10x squared y. Always the same process, don't get put off by all these extra things. So look for a common number. So what goes into 8 and 10? That's going to be 2. What goes into x cubed and x squared y? So this time it's x squared. So we're going to put 2x squared on the outside of our bracket. Now how do we get the 8? Well, that's 2 times 4. How do we get the cubed? We've already got x squared, so we need another x to get to x cubed. Then it's plus. We've got 2 and we want 10, so we're going to times by 5. We've already got the x squared and we're missing the y. And remember to close the bracket. Now we have fully factorised this expression. Okay, fully factorise 6ab plus 12bc minus 3b squared. So this one is different because it has 3 terms, but our method is the same. Look for a common number, something that goes into 6 and 12 and 3. So that's going to be 3. Look for a common letter, something that goes into AB, BC and 3b squared. We know that's going to be B, so we can bring B out. So we've got 3b, then open the bracket. So 3 times what will make 6? That's 2. We've already got the B, but we're missing the A. Plus 3 times what will get to 12? So that's 4. We've already got the B, but we're missing the C. Subtract 3. We've already got 3, so we don't need a number. And we've already got a B, but we need a B squared, so we need another B. And then we're going to close the bracket. This is one of those topics where practice really helps. So I've created a free worksheet with worked solutions that you can download. Just click the link below. To keep building confidence with your algebra topics, why don't you subscribe and then watch the algebra playlist?